Welcome back, everybody. We're on a boat.
Is it going fast?
The clouds make it look like it's going fast. It is possible that in the entire boat section there's a hidden timer. Because if the boat arrives at its destination before we leave it, I'm pretty sure we would die. But this section has a separate hidden timer, and that's what I'm more worried about. And it also has a random death scenario. If we go into our cabin here too many times, or just when the game feels like we shouldn't, we will die. Okay. First thing we're going to do is meet the reason for our death. Let's hang out with Barbara Bimbo.
You mean Bachelorette Barbie?
Well, 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 what have we here, says the woman on the bed. Uh-oh, Larry, you've been caught entering someone else's room. Why, I do believe that's that darling young man that my daughter won on TV, says the woman. Good Lord, she's Bachelorette Barbara's mother. Poor little Barbie got to feeling poorly just as the cruise was about to start, so I decided to borrow her ticket and come along instead. Your mind quickly envisions Paradise Lost. I hope you don't mind. I convinced the purser that it was in his best interest to assign us to adjoining cabins. I'm sure I can make your voyage enjoyable. Oops, okay, she hasn't been with anybody for a while, except for my mister, of course, may he rest in peace. He was a good man and usually quite sturdy, but one day his heart just couldn't take it anymore. You wonder why it is necessary for you to learn this. Honey, anytime you want to come and see Mama, you just feel free to pop on through that doorway, you hear? She attempts to give you a cute, girlish smile. She fails. Okay, now it really is done. So we're going to do this. Because in this game, if you have sex, you die. Wow, Sonny, shrieks Big Mama. I thought you were never going to come over here. Sit here on the bed while I slip into something more comfortable. I bet you'd like this little mink-lined leather special, wouldn't you? Now you get comfortable in those chromium chains and handcuffs conveniently attached to the four corners of the bed.
That's how I like my beds.
Oh, God.
Why did your hair turn green?
She's wearing a hat.
Oh.
Mama proceeds to have her way with you repeatedly. Too bad that her way is not your way. You can see why this broad's a widow. That is one of two ways that Mama Bimbo can have sex with you and kill you. The other one is she could just show up in the room and kill us. I can't make that happen, but if it does, you'll get to see it, and it'll be fun. So the first thing we're going to do is make it so we don't have to come back to our cabin more than we have to, so... Okay, this is a good place to change clothes. We're going to go swimming. Oh my goodness. He's moving so slowly. See if I can even remember where the pool is in this joint. The swimsuit is not allowed there. That is not a pool. Maybe the pool's all the way at the back of the ship. That would be a swimming pool. There are so many ways to die in this. It's ridiculous. First, you have to wear the sunscreen. Okay, you carefully rub the sunscreen over every exposed part of your body. Or else laying down in the sun will kill you. Oh, lie down.
See, now you're a nerd because you've gotten the grammar correct.
Ah, seems like a lovely day to catch a few rays. Just chilling out, relaxing. It's a good thing you applied that sunscreen or else you'd be dead right now.
That's how it usually works.
Well, hello. Oh, why, hello there, big fella, says the beautiful blonde with a body like a brick shipyard. Why are you hanging around here? I've been looking for someone just like you for a long time. Why don't you come back to my place and you won't ever have to hang around all alone ever again? Geez, Larry, you finally found yourself a live one. Stand up. We're going for this. Oh. Come on, Samson. I can't wait to get you all alone. And then she leaves. Well, I think obviously we're going to go with her, right? Because obviously that's a smart idea. We're looking for true love, and she sounds like she could be it. Hey, baby, wait for me. You allow yourself to be seduced by the beautiful woman and quickly become close friends. You know, over a lifetime, you know, watching movies together, exchanging little text messages. And head for the ship's fantail where she parks her private helicopter. A short, romantic chopper ride across the South Pacific is followed by an intriguing look at her impressive garage door, hidden suspiciously by a mountain waterfall. Later that night. You are so impressed. You've never had a girl invite you to her pad before, not to mention her landing pad. You just wait over there on the bed while I slip something, she says with a smile. She's gonna... Perhaps if things go well tonight, you think to yourself, I could give her a subscription to Popular Mechanics. What? Hey, baby, you say, what a great kinky bed. Hey, what's going on here, you shout. Get these ankle cuffs off me. And why the handcuffs? Every time Larry's been chained to a bed, it's ended badly. Oh, I'm just into mechanical devices, she replies with a smile. Hold still, darling. This'll only take a second. I've had dates that went this badly. Why does that look like hydrofluoric acid below me? You shout in terror. Because it is silly, she responds. Well, Larry, this brings a whole new meaning to the term dismemberment. No, I'm pretty sure that's the regular meaning.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 death scenes that keep getting reused if you get into the clutches of the evil henchman. This is the female death scene, and we'll undoubtedly encounter the male one later. So anyway, the solution is not to go with her.
That was a long death scene.
If you do not type swim quickly, he will drown. But now it's okay. If you stay underwater too long, you will die. But we're just going to get this bikini top here. And we're going to swim back to the surface. Exactly how long do you think you can hold your breath? Guybrush Threepwood could do it for 10 minutes. Oops, I peed a little. A little bit of yellow right there. Gotta go all the way around to the ladder. And you have to use the sunscreen again because it washed off. Or else you will die later. Whoops. Seriously? I think we just encountered what the rest of this video is going to be like. I suppose I could use diagonal directional buttons, but that just seems like it would work. Oh my gosh, he moves so slow. Come on, get on the stairs. There we go. Isn't this fun, Princess? Isn't this the game you dreamed it would be?
Super fun.
Down the stairs, back to our cabin, and hope we don't die. Hey, hey, we didn't die. And Mama's not even here. You see lots of unmentionables, which will remain unmentioned, plus Mother's sewing kit. We're going to take the sewing kit, because it's an item. And that's how you play an adventure game. You pick up items. Alright. So, since it didn't happen, and I'm not sure I can make it happen, I will just tell you, sometimes when you come back to this cabin, Mama's waiting here for you. You lie down on the bed to take, or for some reason your character just decides to lie down on the bed and take a nap. He's just like, I'm tired, I'm taking a nap. Mama comes in and jumps on you and flattens you to death.
She didn't look that big.
Apparently, she's corseted well. Alright, we are now halfway done with the boat, and thus this video. So this video is going to be a short one. The next one's probably going to be a longer one, and then we'll have one final one. So all I have to do now is do the rest of the boat and then get off of this crazy boat. I'm going to use the diagonals. It's faster. And since this video is so short, we'll go ahead and sit down and grab ourselves a drink. Do you have any drinks with parasols and fruit, you ask the bartender?
I'm sure he's fresh out.
But of course, he replies, allow me to fix you the specialty of the house. Heavy on the pineapple, okay? No problem, he says. Somehow I would have guessed that. Larry just looks like a pineapple kind of guy, I guess.
Putz.
Well, that's just rude. Here's to you. Here's to ya. Here's to ya. Third time's a charm. You say to no one in particular? I'm going to learn how to read.
That happens every time I drink alcohol.
It really does. And then she tells me how much she hates me. Aha! I got you, you vicious... Okay, apparently he's French. Devil enemy of the people.
But
Christ.
he's Russian.
I don't know how to do a Russian accent. Moose and squirrel. I can't do it, see? Cries the bartender, subtly revealing himself as a member of the KGB. How's that for extra pineapple, you sap?
Don't ever order extra pineapple, I guess.
The bartender's Mickey has the desired effect upon your central nervous system, that too. You give the KGB no problems during transit to their local headquarters. We'll drop by there just to see how you and they are getting along. This is the other KGB death sequence. You are quickly taken to a local office of the KGB, where a specialist in onklunk extraction is busy giving you the 3rd degree. And so, my little white-suited capitalist swine, says the KGB agent, you will now tell us the location of that onklunk, or I will be forced to run these alto saxophone reeds under your fingernails until you're singing like the bird.
Which bird?
The bird. The bird which is the word. Things don't appear good, Larry. Maybe next time a different approach would be better. And dead.
You have very complex death scenes.
It's just those two, and they recycle them. If it's a male henchman, you get that death scene. If it's a female henchman, you get the other one. Now, here is one thing that really ticks me off in this game. Because it's an adventure game. You pick up everything you can get your hands on. So I'm going to pick up this loaf of French bread filled with spinach, mayo, and spices. And now I will die later unless I get rid of that item at just the right time. And it's not going to tell you when that time is, and it's not going to tell you you have to get rid of it.
Why do you have to pick it up?
You get points for picking it up. And then you get more points for throwing it away at the right time. I'm not playing for a full playthrough, but I wanted to show people how ridiculous this is. We're gonna get us a haircut.
But the last one went so well.
Sooner or later, we're gonna find somebody who can fix our hair.
My hair?
That one may be a lost cause. Is there anything you could do for this hairline of mine, you asked the barber? And by the way, the princess did just get a bad haircut earlier today. That's why this scene is particularly poignant for her. But of course, mister, says the barber, I got exactly what you need. Please have a seat. Just have a seat in the chair, please.
It's giving me PTSD.
I think you got a better haircut than this, though. Yes, I have exactly what you need, he tells you. It's all the rage, the latest thing. You see it everywhere these days. In fact, guys make a lot of money with one of these.
Penises?
I call it the Jimmy model, and I'm sure you'll like it just fine. He places the Jimmy carefully on your head.
I don't think that's where that goes.
When you are putting on a Jimmy, I do recommend caution. Be careful. Impeccable fit, he cries. And for you, the price is right. Only $10,000. But I like to consider it more of an investment than an expense. $10K for a wig? Oh well, it's not like it's your money. Why not let those suckers who paid for all those Lucko Bucko tickets treat you to a new look? I'll take it, you tell them, and peel off 100 hundreds from your rapidly depleting wad. Your barber bids you farewell with a sweet snowballs. You catch a good look of yourself in the mirror and slip the wig into your inner jacket pocket. You tell the barber, thanks a lot, but I think I'll just save this until my cable channel application is approved. See, because he's going to be Jimmy Stewart. And we now come to the end of our little video, provided I've done everything correctly. The end of the boat sequence is painful if you're playing this game for the first time. Now, if I step too far back in this room, an assassin's going to show up in that back doorway, kill the captain, and I will die. Pretty much if I step any further back than this, you will die. I don't know if you've noticed, but you will die is a very popular theme in this game.
Very much.
Once I pull this lever, a hidden timer will start. Silently, cautiously, so as not to attract the captain's attention, you move the large toggle switch to the start position. A faint ticking sound begins. How am I supposed to know that I need to pull this switch? How am I supposed to know there's then a hidden timer? How am I supposed to know what this timer does?
I was wondering that.
So did everybody who ever played this game. This game is fun, it's funny, but it is just brutal to play. And like Gabriel Knight 3, I'm happy to say this is the last time I'm ever playing this game. But Larry 3 is one of my favorites, so I'm looking forward to that. Look, the ship has come to a standstill in the water. They must be preparing for a lifeboat drill.
Someday.
Pulling the switch sets the timer on these boats. If I didn't get here fast enough, like directly, the boat would lower, game over. You better not leave this area. And here begins this sequence, where I'm going to be stranded at sea for several days.
Dullard.
The lifeboat drill has brought the ship to a standstill. What have you done, Larry?
What I wanted?
A siren wails a warning cry, and the lifeboat begins to shake. You made it to the lifeboat in the nick of time. I swear to God, if I die here... Wear sunscreen. Wear wig. Good idea, this would be the perfect time.
In the middle of the ocean.
Throw dip. If you do not get rid of the dip right here, you will die.
Even though it doesn't tell you that?
It will when it kills you. I'll point out to you when it happens.
So you're just supposed to save every 2 seconds?
It's the only... Basically, this game expects you to start from the beginning a lot. Because one of the items that prevents me from dying is the Coke I bought in LA. You remember, like a year and a half ago when I bought a giant Coke and put it in my pocket?
Yep.
Yeah, if I did not have that here, I would die and have to start the whole game over if I've saved since I left LA.
Goodness.
You toss the spinach dip as far over the ocean. Far over the ocean! I threw it onto dry land, all the way over the ocean, as you can, which is really not that far. Slowly you drift away from the cruise ship. You wonder what you forgot to pack.
That makes me nervous.
So anyway, you drift at sea, and there's 4 or 5 different things that can kill you. And we're going to go through all of them.
Why did we get on this boat anyway?
We want to cruise. The question is, why did we get off the boat?
Yeah, I mean, this little
Oh,
boat.
I got no clue. I just know it's what I'm supposed to do. I assume if you stay on the boat too long, you eventually get captured by the KGB and die. And as the good ship USS Love Tub slowly sinks behind the horizon, we rejoin our noble hero in his latest predicament.
Jerk.
It's going to tell us each of the conditions I just avoided dying of. So basically, it'll show you every way I could have died, except it won't mention the spinach dip, but I'll say when that is. Isn't it funny how time flies when you're having fun? 1 day. 2 days. Why is he on this boat?
Wouldn't you really want that dip? Wouldn't it fill you up?
It's going to bake in the sun and give us food poisoning and kill us.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why you eat it the first day.
Boy, that sun sure... Boy, is that sun hot. I'll learn how to read. It's a good thing you use that sunscreen to block those ultraviolets. The sun out there is hot enough to fry an egg. If we did not have the sunscreen on, we would die. I became a dweeb for having the sunscreen on. You think the sun must be even hotter today. It's a good thing you wore that silly wig. The sun out here is enough to fry your brains. If I had not put on the wig while in the boat, leaving the ship, we would have died just there.
Because that's the thing that happens.
I'm a jerk.
Always.
Your thirst becomes more and more intense with every passing day. Visions of pre-classic Coke float before your eyes. You extract the grotesque gulp from your inside coat pocket and are surprised to discover it has retained its entire 32-gallon capacity, which is even more surprising considering we went swimming. Oh wait, we changed clothes for that. I'm stupid. You now have enough fluid to last you for weeks, but you are worried about your blood sugar level.
Why on earth would you want to drink Coke?
Right about here's where we would eat. Yeah, right here is where you would eat the dip and die of food poisoning. Your hunger grows intense with the passing of days. Visions of Danny's Pizza float before your eyes. And that's particularly mean, the dip killing you. Because there's only one other situation in an adventure game I can think of where picking up something later kills you, and it's in Space Quest 4. That's it. In the entire history of adventure games, there are 2 times where picking up something is the wrong thing to do. In Space Quest 4, it kills you pretty quick, and it's at the beginning of the game. In this, you could very likely have to play the whole game over again.
It's true.
You cleverly open the sewing kit that you stole from Mother's nightstand, extract a safety pin and thread. You patiently fish for hours, but eventually catch your limit.
That's exciting. We're going to start a fire on this little boat, too.
Your limit for raw fish is quite low.
Oh.
Answered your question.
Timble.
Why do you gotta keep calling me names? It's just mean.
I just kind of like to see it.
The fun little names up here are... I just realized I can use this mouse pointer to point to things in the game. They are random rotations, so that's always fun. During a particularly rough storm late in your 10th night at sea, your lifeboat crashes on a coral reef and shatters to bits. You grab the largest piece of wood you can, hold on tight, and survive the storm. The dawn finds you crashing through an offshore reef, tumbling through the surf to a gorgeous beach. Hey Larry, that's you out there in the surf. I think that's very nice of the game to tell us what that shape is. Land ho, you cry. You don't know her. Maybe the land is a lady. Nothing? Not even a pity laugh?
No.
Wow. Oh good, here comes someone to help you.
Yeah.
That's Larry's life in a nutshell. Congratulations, Larry. You have survived weeks adrift. It was 10 days. That is a week.
That's more than one, so the...
No, that's a week and a half. That's not 2 weeks.
The plural is appropriate, because it's more than one.
It's a week and a half. It's a week and a fraction.
Weeks.
It's a week and 3 days. Adrift on the high sea with nothing but your courage, perseverance, and a few humble provisions. Like enough soda to last you for a week and a half. Endured tropical storms, vicious winds, and high seas in just a tiny lifeboat. Although we still don't know why he got in it. Prevailed over the surf, offshore barrier reef, and razor-sharp coral. Escaped the dangerous mother, avoided the vicious KGB, and the tempting enticements of the evil Dr. No Nookies, Hinchette hordes, and withstood that creep's audacious humor. There was a guy at the bar, just like in the first game, telling bad jokes. I kind of skipped him in the first game, and I kind of skipped him in this one. But it was Ken Williams. He kind of shows up in every Larry game a little bit. And Ken Williams, again, with his wife Roberta, were the founders of Sierra. So there you go. A little history lesson for the kiddos. And you're still as good as new. But boy, is your suit a mess. Luckily, with just a few quick swipes, ta-da! Don't you just love a good polyester? And now you wonder, where am I? And what possession survived your disastrous journey? Well, we got a wad of dough. Is that hundreds of $100 bills in your pocket, or are you just glad to play this game?
For a second, I thought we were making pie.
A passport. You were so smart to delve into Eve's can. An uncloak. If only you knew that this uncloak contains important international secrets. Whoops. And the top of a bikini. Don't worry, she'll never miss it. And that is the end of our boat adventure. Next time we're going to explore this tropical island and well, leave it, pretty much. So, Island Paradise, because the next screen over is a nudist camp.
Yeah.
We'll see you there.